Yee! Hey guys, welcome to my channel. I'm Tiffany. I'm the owner of Tiffany Gordon Cosplay LLC, which is a company that focuses on costume and prop fabrication, as well as education. And I'm excited for another cosplay tutorial. And this one's actually for a little hattie hat. This one! And this is actually foam that has been covered in fabric. And this is specifically the hat that I made for my Roxy cosplay from the anime Mushoku Tensei. I mispronounced that name. For the anime Mushoku Tensei, or however you pronounce that, because we know I am terrible at names and just reading and spelling in general. That's why I make art. But anyway, before we begin, don't forget to like this video and subscribe to the channel. And here are all of the tools and materials that you'll need for making your own hat, and I'll have links to all of this in the description. As well as you can find my pattern for this hat available on my website, TiffanyGordonCosplay.com, link in the description. Starting off with the bill of the hat. For this, you're going to want to lay the bill of the hat of my pattern onto 2 layers of the black fabric. And you're going to pin it in place and then cut it out on the outer circle of this piece, as well as the very inner circle of the piece. Then remove the pattern paper, and we're going to pin the outer part of this fabric together. And we're going to take this to our sewing machine. And just on this outer edge, we're going to be doing a straight stitch. And then afterwards, you're going to want to flip it inside out. Next, to add structure to our hat. And for this, we're going to grab that pattern again for the bill of the hat, and you're going to want to cut out to the next circle from the outer part, as well as the inner part. You're going to want to cut out that smaller inner circle as well. And this will give you the correct size for tracing onto your 4mm HT foam, and then you're going to want to cut it out using an X-Acto knife. Then fold up your foam and shove it into the fabric bill hat part that we did until it lays flat. Then you're going to pin your inner fabric together. So this way our foam should now be fully sandwiched in between. And a little helpful tip, pull the fabric so that way it's tight. Then back to our sewing machine, and we're going to use a straight stitch first. And a little helpful tip for this is I ended up switching to a zipper foot, so that way I could use this to push along the edge of our fabric from the foam. But if you sew through the foam, it's totally fine. It shouldn't hurt your sewing machine or anything, and it should go right through. And then the last step for the bill is we're actually going to finalize this stitch by locking it in place with an overcasting stitch. Now to talk about the detailed trim part of this hat. And I'll say there is a few different options of ways that you could make this, specifically for the triangle pieces that I'll show later, where you could individually cut each triangle out and glue them in place or try to sew them in place. That just seemed a little too complicated. So this is the way that I did it. And for me, I started off by cutting out our black trim part, and each of these are labeled, so just make sure you're cutting out to which piece is which. Followed by, for the tan area, this is the triangle-like piece. And this is where you could cut each triangle out, but for me, I just ended up cutting it in a band. And you'll see in a bit how we do this. But first, we're going to pin this tan piece to our black piece, and then we're going to go to our sewing machine, starting off with a straight stitch, and you want this to be as close to the edge, so that way we can hide it in a bit. And then we're going to switch to a stretch stitch or a lightning bolt stitch, and you want this to basically mimic an embroidery-like stitch, covering over that stitch that we just did that was straight. And then now we're going to talk about those triangle-like pieces. And what I ended up doing is with my pattern, I kind of did little tack lines and then with a ruler drew on this triangle-like zigzag shape. This will be a guideline that you won't see once we're done sewing, that made it where when we go to the sewing machine, I can again use a straight stitch or zigzag stitch and do that mock zigzag back and forth, which will look like it was embroidered on. And I must say, I actually really liked how this turned out, and especially for pictures, most of the time, you're not even gonna see the zigzag. It's just going to blend together and look like one solid stitch anyway, so camera magic. And for this decorative trim, there is one more piece of fabric that we need to cut out 2 times, and that is the white part. And you're gonna grab one of those pieces of white fabric and you're gonna pin our sewn detail black and triangle-like piece onto it, and we're gonna go and sew that down using our stretch stitch lightning bolt stitch first. And then we're going to pin the second piece of white fabric on top of this. But you're gonna wanna make sure that we are sandwiching that detail part in between. Then back to the sewing machine, and this time we are only going to be sewing the top part. So this should be the smallest size of the circle. And this we're going to be using a straight stitch. Then you're going to flip it, so now the other white piece is now on the back, and I like to use an iron and iron this flat so you have a really nice crisp seam. And then one more time to our sewing machine, where we will start with a straight stitch, and this one you can go all the way around 360, and then onto the top part of the hat. And this part, we're going to want to put our template onto one piece of black fabric, and you're going to pin it in place and cut along the outermost line of this part. Then you can grab your detail trim, and we're gonna pin it to the bottom portion, and it should pretty much perfectly align at this point, and we can take it to our sewing machine. Starting off with a straight stitch. And then just for the bottom part, we're gonna again go with an overcasting stitch to prevent any fray of any of these fabrics. Next, we're gonna fold it in half so it looks like an ice cream cone, and you're gonna want that detail trim to be facing itself towards the inside. Pin it along that outer line, and then we're going to go sew it, starting with a straight stitch, and you guessed it, we're going to finish it off with an overcasting stitch, and it should look like this one's done. And next, for the structure part of this hat, and we're going to be using 2mm HT foam, and I forgot to film this part, sorry, but you're going to want to grab that pattern and cut to the next line on it, and then you're gonna trace that onto your foam and cut it out with an X-Acto knife, and then we're going to glue. And for this, we're gonna be using contact cement glue, which is the process of applying it to both of the edges, wait for the glue to dry, and then we can attach it together. And a friendly reminder, when working with any type of glue, you do want to wear your respirator, so safety first. And once your support structure of the foam is done, your fabric piece should easily slide over it, and there should be a little bit of extra fabric on the bottom. And I ended up folding that fabric onto the underside and pinning it down, and then I went to my sewing machine where I could sew it using a straight stitch, and your needle should have no problem going through the foam. And on to the final steps for this hat, and that is going to be attaching the hat bill to our now top part of the hat. And for this, I aligned the 2 pieces together, and I found that it's easiest to just sew this by hand with needle and thread, and I used some black thread and just went around all of the edges until the 2 pieces were sewn together. And at this point, you should have a nice pointy witch hat. But Roxy's hat's not pointy like this, it actually has a bend in it. So what I first did was on the back of the top part where we have our seam, with a needle and thread, I stitched those fabric to the foam part just a little bit, so that way it wouldn't move on me. And then I just pushed my finger in, so that way the foam of the hat would bend in the shape of Roxy's hat. And then I kind of just stitched back and forth from the top to the bottom part, so that way it would permanently stay in that shape and give you a final result like this. And congratulations, you made Roxy's hat! And that, guys, is how I make my little hattie hat. And I hope that you found this video helpful for making your own Hattie hat, whether it's for Roxy or for some other magic girl, witch, sorceress, or just a Hattie hat, because hats are cool. And if you did find this video helpful, please like this video, as well as don't forget to subscribe to the channel. I try to do weekly tutorials here and help the community with getting more info on how to cosplay. And a big thank you to all of my company sponsors here on YouTube, as well as all of those members here on YouTube, specifically those legendary members who financially help to support me so that way I can continue bringing you more cosplay tutorials as my full-time job. And I'll see you for our next tutorial. Much love, guys.